Now, one of the biggest things that I've learned throughout my relaxed hair journey is what you do on your wash day after a relaxer is just as important as the relaxer day itself. Hey, my lovelies, welcome and welcome back to my channel where I break down the fundamentals of my hair care. If you are new to this channel, my name is Dina, and over here we talk about everything relaxed hair care. So it is a wash day or wash night, and it's not just any wash night. This is my wash night after a fresh relaxer. So if you missed last week's video, please go and check that out where I talk you through my entire relaxer process. But if you are not new to this channel, you know that I love my bond building treatments. And today we're going to be doing a full bond building treatment followed by a moisturizing treatment. And I'm going to take you through step by step. So let's jump right into it. But before we get into the bond building treatment, I'm sure some of you are probably wondering, why is a bond builder important after a relaxer? So a relaxer is a chemical that actually breaks down the disulfide bonds of the hair. And the disulfide bond is what literally gives the hair its structure. So chemical goes on the hair, it breaks down the bond, and what you have left is broken hair bonds. Your hair becomes fragile, your hair becomes porous, and as a result, it starts to lose moisture. So the logical thing you would think is to apply a lot of moisture after your relaxer day. But you're applying moisture treatment to strands that are broken, to strands that are fragile, and to strands that really cannot hold on to moisture because they're not strong enough. They've been broken down by the relaxer. So that's why bond builders are important, because they help to reconnect the broken bonds and essentially make the hair a little bit stronger. I like to think about it like, like you're painting a house and you're putting paint on a wall that hasn't been primed. So your bond builder is essentially your primer. And then afterwards you apply your paint and you get a smoother and more durable finish. Understood? Yeah. So let's get into it. Today's wash day, as I mentioned, we are going to be featuring the Olaplex No. 3, and this is essentially the star of the show. For shampoo, this is completely new, but I think I'm going to do a separate video dedicated to shampoos, but this is one that I am absolutely loving for the time being. It is extremely moisturizing and it leaves that tingly sensation on your scalp. I love to use this particular shampoo when I know that I'm going to be using a treatment that is not as slippery or doesn't give me as much slip. Now, let's talk about the deep conditioning treatment that I'll be doing. And this is the product that I mentioned that doesn't give me as much slip. And tell me if you're surprised by this. So this is the Cécred Moisturizing Deep Conditioner, and this is essentially full. I've maybe used this about 2 or 3 times since I purchased it, and it's because it doesn't give me slip, but it gives me moisture. So let's see how this turns out. For leave-ins, they're pretty standard. The Mazzani 25 Miracle Milk, this is a staple. Whenever I'm using the Olaplex treatment, I love to go in with the Olaplex No. 6, which is the leave-in conditioner. This always leaves my hair very, very, very soft and airy and light and flowy. And that is what we want. And for serum, this is my choice. As I mentioned, my products are very curated because I know how the Cécred leaves my hair. So I want something that's going to leave my hair feeling soft, and this tends to do that. Now we're starting off today's wash day with damp hair. Now, if you do not have the Olaplex No. 0, you can go in with regular water in a spray bottle and just ensure that your hair is dampened before you apply the Olaplex No. 3. A lot of people always ask me, how do you get your hair to be long? How do you get your hair to be strong? How do you get your hair to be healthy? How do you minimize breakage on your hair? And I always mention the Olaplex No. 3. I'm so thankful. I think her name is Cassie Hair Care on YouTube, and she ranted and raved about this product and just told me, Adina, you have to be consistent with using this in order to see results. And I'm telling you, the results are very, very, very clear. Texture-wise, I think the Olaplex is very lightweight, almost like a thin conditioner. It doesn't feel like much going on, but that's not how you judge a bun treatment. It's about slip. It's about how it feels. It's about what it's doing at the structural level of your hair. So here's how I'm applying it. I'm working in sections. I'm starting at the front, taking a section, and I'm applying this from the root to the tip. Sometimes I do mid-shaft to the tip. Sometimes I do tip to end. I don't think it matters at this point. Okay, so it's fully applied, and now I'm just going to wrap my hair up and allow it to sit for about 10 minutes. I normally let it sit with a plastic cap, so I think I'm gonna get my plastic cap and just chill, and then we'll come back when it's time to deep condition. The fun part. So let's take a moment to talk about Cécred. So I've used this product a few times, and there's still so much of the product left back in the jar. Now, one of the main reasons why I don't use it is because I don't get the slip that I want from it at all. But what provoked me to pick this up is because I was watching a TikTok video, and this young lady was speaking about her hair care regimen, and she was speaking about the most moisturizing conditioners that she has, and Cécred was her number one. And I said, I must be crazy. Something must be off. I think she had Fenty as like her number 3 or her number 4. And I'm like, so I said, you know what? I'm going to give this another chance. And possibly it's maybe because of the shampoo that I'm using, maybe the shampoo that I used initially, or the shampoos that I used initially were a bit too stripping. And so the product was trying to work harder. I don't know. But what I do know is that products operate differently based on where you are in your stretch. So there's some conditioners that work exceptionally well when you are freshly relaxed. And then there's some that you know that you have to use when you are closer to a relaxer because they help a little bit more manageability. So I'm trying the Cécred on a freshly relaxed hair, and we're going to see how it reacts. Wish me luck. Now, from what I can recall, the product is extremely thick, but it's not heavy. A lot of people use this for silk presses, and it gives a fairly good result. I am not a fan of the scent at all. I just do not like how Cécred products smell. But the scent is not necessarily what's as important. It's how your hair feels afterwards. Now, another thing that this young lady mentioned when she was doing her review was it leaves lasting moisture in your hair. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we get lasting moisture for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So I'm just gonna wrap up my hair now and just allow it to sit for, I think the instructions say no more than 30 minutes. And if we feel like it, we can add a little bit of heat. So of course, what's a wash day without heat? You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave this on for exactly 30 minutes, and I am going to put this on setting 8 in terms of, I guess, how hot it is. And I'll see you when it's time to apply my leave-ins. Note to self, if the product says apply generously, apply generously. And if it says for best results, add heat. For best results, add heat. But say 1, say 2. I believe that based on where I'm at in my relaxer stretch, different products react differently to my hair. And I was pleasantly surprised with how my hair felt after rinsing out the Cécred. I was actually able to detangle my hair without it having to be under running water. Now, I know part of the reason that is because my hair is freshly relaxed, so I don't have a lot of tangles to deal with. But at the end of the day, my hair feels relatively soft. Now, I never questioned that the product left my hair soft. I questioned that the product did not give my hair a lot of slip. And based on how it felt while I was washing out my hair, I could tell 2, 3 months into my relaxer stretch, this still would not be the product that I reach for. But for the time being, I like the way my hair feels. But let's see how it turns out. So we're at the final stage, which is the blow dry and flat iron stage. Ooh, don't we all just love this? So what I'm gonna do is just section off my hair and make it easier to blow dry. But before I do that, before I actually blow dry, we need to speak about the importance of adding heat protectant. Like, each section of my hair has to be generously coated with heat protectant. And when I say generous in this sense, I don't mean being over the top with heat protectant. I mean just ensuring that enough product is in your hand to spread across the entirety of a section. And this is so important because we know that excess heat can dry out the hair. Dry hair does what? Dry hair breaks. So let's ensure that our products, our leave-in products in particular, do have an element of heat protectant. I'm doing 1 pump. I absolutely love this leave-in. Next up, 1 pump of my Olaplex. And then 1 pump of my serum. Actually like a half pump because this is very thick. So I'm gonna do this to all 3 sections and then I'll be right back. Now it'll be interesting to know how many leave-ins do you typically apply before you blow dry. So my standard is 3. I've tried with a liquid alone and that leaves my hair a little on the dry side. I've tried with a cream alone and I feel like sometimes it leaves my hair sticky. I've tried with a serum alone and that to me gives me silky but leaves my hair dry. I think the mixture of the 3 works well for me, but it would be nice to know what you do. Now, this is probably the most dreadful part of the process. Actually, maybe the flat ironing. It may be the flat ironing, but we'll be back. Let's just put on some chill music and blow dry. I forgot to mention that my settings are on high and medium heat. I am so hungry, like I'm literally taking a break just to eat. And I put some chicken legs in the air fryer and I'm gonna have a little moment and then I'll just show you the finished result. I'm pretty sure it's about 10 o'clock right now. I'm pretty sure. It's been about maybe 3 or 4 hours later. I honestly need to stop doing my hair in the nights. But my hair is done. It feels really nice. It feels soft. It has movement. And I'm quite pleased with the outcome. Now, you guys know I don't do straight hair. So I'm going to put in a few flexi rods and see how it comes out in the morning. More than likely, it'll probably just have like a little bend at the end because normally when my flat iron is on 150, I don't get that much of a curl on my hair. So I do have some place to be tomorrow, and that's why I'm kind of a little picky with how I want my hair to be. So flexi rods, I think, and then in the morning, just yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it out. But that's it for today, guys. These products, if you are interested, they are linked down below in my description box. But let me say thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't yet already, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. And until next week, I will see you. Take care. Bye. Okay, let's take some thumbnails. It feels so nice though. I'm wondering if I should just wrap it and not put in the curls, because it just feels really good. Ooh, decisions.